Hi everyone, HFX here. So today I'd like to stay on the topic of emergency preparedness, but not in the sense of being prepared to bug in for a hurricane or a flooding event or whatnot. This is stemming from a tip that was given to me by an insurance agent a few years ago, and it's something that I've researched a little bit, and I've done this ever since I've gotten the tip. So what it is when it comes to emergency situations or things that you can face within your home. Think about one of the worst case scenarios being something like a flood or a fire. And being a firefighter myself, I can tell you right now that even if you have a contents fire or just a fire confined to one room within your home, the damage to the remainder of your house is going to be pretty extensive. And what I mean by that is that even though the flames may only affect a certain part of your house, the smoke will get into everything. And there are companies that do smoke remediation to try to get rid of it, but it's not perfect, and you're still going to have to throw out a lot of stuff. So there's that aspect of it. The other one too is we as firefighters, when it comes to battling a blaze, we use water. And that water, we can use anywhere from a few hundred gallons to a few thousand gallons of water to put out a fire. And if you think about if you have a fire in the second story, let's say in a bedroom, the floors below it, so your first floor in your basement, will likely be flooded with a few inches or a few feet of water just by the application of water that we're putting to put the flames out. So when you think about it in that context, even a small fire within your home can be very, very disastrous. And God forbid you have a fire within your home that consumes your entire home. So obviously there's some things you can do to better prepare yourself in your home to not have a fire. And those things include obviously things like having fire extinguishers on hand. You can, if you're building a new home, you can have a sprinkler system installed, which is anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 is what I've seen for quotes. Obviously, retrofitting an existing home would be a little bit more expensive. Making sure you have smoke alarms that are less than 10 years old, that have fresh batteries in them that can alert you and your family to a fire so that you can take action. Having a centrally monitored alarm system so that if you're not home and you have a fire within your home, a lot of alarm companies now offer both smoke detectors and heat detectors. So those are a great way of alarming the authorities and the fire department that there is a fire within your home. And hopefully confine it to one area of your home and not have your entire structure burnt to the ground. So with that being said, skipping ahead from the fire prevention piece here, if God forbid you have a fire that basically levels your home, two things that you want to do is, one is make sure that you have enough insurance to cover both the structure itself, the contents, and whatever time you and your family are going to be away from your home, while the insurance company and construction company and all that kind of rebuild your home and whatnot. That the easiest way to do that is just not to get a blanket policy, but to speak with an insurance agent and ensure that they come to your home, they do a proper assessment, and that you get the right amount of insurance. So for me, for example, we have a $1 million blanket coverage, which would cover the structure itself, would cover any contents within the home, and would cover us having to live away from our house while the house is being fixed or rebuilt or whatnot. The other thing that you want to take into consideration is contents. So a lot of times when it comes to replacing contents, insurance companies won't just hand you over a check for what you think the value of your contents are. They're going to go through and they're going to see what it is you actually had within the home that they can still identify, and they'll give you allowances for certain other items. But what you want to do is ensure that you get the maximum amount of money back from the insurance by documenting what you have in your home. And when I say documenting, I don't mean going through and making a list, a handwritten list or a computer type list of everything that you have in your house. One of the easier ways to do it, and it's actually preferred by an insurance company, is you basically take a camera and go through every room of your house and take pictures of every possible thing you have in the house. I'm talking about big furniture, small furniture, appliances. Open up drawers and take pictures of what's in there. Take pictures of your movie library. Take pictures of all your books. Take pictures inside storage bins, inside tool chests, anything. Take pictures of anything and everything. And what's going to happen is that if once you've taken all these pictures, make sure they're not stored locally on site within your home. put them on a USB key, have a relative hold on to it, or put it in a cloud storage, something like Dropbox or Google Drive. You can always compress and encrypt these files so that if they fall into the wrong hands, somebody's not going to be able to see what the inside of your house looks like. So with that said, if you go through a major fire within your home, all you have to do is you take that USB key containing all the pictures, you hand it over to your insurance agents, and they will go through and catalog everything that is in those pictures. And if you want to help yourself even more, when it comes to big, expensive items, try to take a picture of not only the item itself, from multiple angles if you can, but also the make, model, and possibly serial number of the unit. So think about TVs, like stuff like PS4s, computers, cameras, anything that is of high value, to ensure that if you have a 55-inch TV, well, they can range anywhere in price from a couple $100 to a few $1,000 depending on the technology. So you want to make sure that you get what you paid for, and that is really the easiest way. So you go through room by room. You choose a method. Let's say I'll use a firefighting method. So we do a left-hand search or a right-hand search. You walk into the room, you do a left-hand search, you start on the left side, and you basically follow it until you get back to the door, taking pictures of everything you can. And again, if you have that devastating loss, that you've lost everything, you're going to get a lot more money from the insurance by handing them that file or that USB key with all your pictures on it than you would if you just sat down with them for an hour or two and try to list everything that you owned. Because you're not going to remember the brand names of everything, the make and models of everything. You're not going to remember that stuff, especially when it comes to things that might be in your attic, might be in your garage, and all that kind of stuff. This is really the best way to do it, and it's going to ensure that you're prepared to get the maximum amount of money back from the insurance. And this is something that whenever you buy a new expensive item, I mean, if I buy a new book, I'm not going to take a picture of it. But if I buy a new television set, or if I buy a new really expensive tool, I'll take a picture of it and I'll add it as an update to my master file of pictures. It's not a bad idea either to do this every year or every 2 years, just so that the insurance knows that the set of pictures that you took in your home here are not from 2 or 3 years ago, where a lot of these items could have been sold or thrown away or whatnot. That you have the most up-to-date pictures that you can to give to the insurance. Anyways, that's it. I hope you guys like this. I hope it's informative. I hope some of you will really take this to heart. Take the time it takes. Really, it only takes about an hour or two to go through your house, take pictures of everything. Put it on a USB key, give it to a friend or a relative, and put another copy in cloud storage. And really, if you are in the unfortunate event where you lose your home due to fire or flood or anything like that, you're really going to be better prepared to get the maximum amount of money back from the insurance. Anyways, that's it. If you guys liked the video, please like it. Please consider subscribing as well. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'd be happy to answer them. Thanks.